Hey YouTube, I'm back once again. I've got some more pickups to show you. Just want to show you what I've bought over the last couple of weeks or so. So we're going to start off with the charity shops. So this one comes from British Red Cross. So I got for £1 the entire series 1 to 4 of Teachers, starring, as you can see there, Andrew Lincoln. I've seen odd bits of this, but it's not something I ever sat down and watched, but I'm intrigued to get into it. So yeah, that's the entire series of Teachers for £1. I was quite pleased with that. This next lot came from Age UK, 4 for £1. They're 49, actually no, 4 for 99p. So in a snapper, I got Kevin and Perry Go Large. This is one that I already have, but this is in slightly better condition than mine. So at the very least, I've got a better condition and a spare case if you ever need one. Because time to time I do find these with usually with, if they're damaged, the spindles are broken. Then I've got the Digipack set of Little Britain Series 2. I've got a standard release of this, but I've got this particular set in Season 1, or a similar set, should I say, of Season 1 with this packaging. So I just got this one to match it. And another snapper case. I've got some glare today. Miss Congeniality. This is another one that I didn't have. And then a Blu Ray, Ultimate G's, Zach's Flying Dream, IMAX 3D. Moving on to Sue Riders. These were in their 2 for £1 deal. Everything's pretty much everything's down at £1, but it's 2 DVDs for £1 also. But they also have had a section of 5 for £1, which generally stuff like this, after it's been there a couple of weeks, goes into the 5 for £1 section. So I got Tortured on Blu Ray, and then a bunch more snappers, and they had lots more than this. But what I did get was Battlefield Earth, Final Analysis, brand new sealed, Dog Day Afternoon, Showtime, and Murder at 1600. The others that they had on the shelf, a few I wasn't sure whether I had or not. The ones that I left, some of the sleeves weren't in the best of nick. It looked like something, in fact you can see on this one there's a bit of an indentation down there, and they had a few others like that, as if something heavy had been left on top of them and left a mark. So what I did, I thought I'll come home, take some pictures of my collection, and then the next time I go, hopefully some of them might have been put into the 5 for £1. But by the time I got back there, a few are gone, a few are still there, but they've changed the offer. They no longer have the 5 for £1, they no longer have the 2 for £1. They're all now buy one get one half price, which is what all these are. This was just over a week and a half later, so now these are buy one get one half price, so it's actually £1.50 for 2. But I grabbed the Lincoln Lawyer. This is the only one of these 3 I actually don't have, sorry, 4. Shutter Island, but this trades in for £1 at CEX. That's the reason I got that one. a brand new sealed copy of The Hunger Games, another copy of The Hunger Games. Literally got this for the red case for my 101 films that I'm slowly converting into red cases. And then Taken 3, again I own this. I got this for the slip. I'm going to keep the slip. This trades in for £1.20. So basically it's cost me 80p for a slip, a red case, and that Blu Ray. So I'm happy with that. There's also a digital copy in here. I don't know if it's any good, but it's there if anyone wants to give it a try. There you go. It says it's expired, but that doesn't necessarily mean it has. If you try it and it works, if you try it and it doesn't work, either way, just leave a comment down below for us. Let me know, and then I can pin it, and so the people can see that it has or hasn't worked. Right, moving on. Poundland next. I picked this up a couple of weeks ago while I was out and about. It's the only Blu Ray I've bought from Poundland recently, or at least over the last couple of weeks. The Magnificent Seven. Come with the slip cover. Obviously I haven't watched this one yet, but it looks pretty good. You've got Chris Pratt, Denzel Washington, so it can't be too bad. A couple of DVDs. I don't buy DVDs from Poundland almost never these days. I haven't done actually since last Christmas when I bought some Christmas DVDs, and I've done the same again, but these are Christmas horrors. So I got Mercy Christmas. I don't know anything about either of these, but I just thought, yeah, why not bulk up the Christmas collection. Evil Elves, again, don't know anything about this. It just looks a bit crazy. Yeah, I'll be giving that one a try. Next up, we've got a VHS. This came off eBay. It took forever to get here, to the point where I actually filed a case on eBay that it hadn't arrived, and then the very next day it did arrive. I've been looking for this for years, ever since I've started recollecting VHS. I can't find any evidence at all this has been released on anything other than VHS, and I've looked all over. This is Young Person's Guide to Becoming a Rock Star. I remember watching this on TV back in the late 90s, and I guess the time that this was released was sort of just a little bit too early for, even though DVD was around, it was still a little bit too early for a general DVD release. Which is maybe why this was only released on VHS. I mean, I don't know this for sure, but it's the way I think about it. Yeah, you got 2 tapes, and because there was only one series, I guess it wasn't around long enough for them to ever produce a DVD for it, and I don't think they'll ever get a Blu Ray. But I remember really enjoying this. So yeah, I'm happy I've finally got this. Of course, now that I've bought it off eBay, I'll come across a dozen of them now out and about. I didn't pay an awful lot, and it's not like these aren't around every now and again, and it's not that often, but a few times a year one of these comes up on eBay, but they're always expensive, sort of 50, 12, 15, 20 quid. And I think this one started at about 12 quid. And I watched it, and after a couple of months it had eventually gone down to 8. And then just one day I got an email, and this you can do this on eBay now. If somebody's watching your item, you can send them a best offer, and that's what this seller did. He sent me a best offer at 6 quid, and I thought, you know what, £6, I'm going to grab it. So I'm glad I got that. These 2 I bought last week. And one came on Saturday and one came this morning, so I'm going to take these into CEX. I got these specifically to trade in at CEX. These are the Labyrinth Digi Books. I got one of these a few weeks ago and traded it in. Shortly after, it went down The trade-in was £8. It was 10, and the trade-in had gone down to £8, but I noticed it had gone back up to 10. So I grabbed another 2. Paid just a tad over a £5 each for these. So even at £8, it's still been worth getting for the trade-in. And I think one of these I've sliced. There we go. So hopefully, again, another digital copy that'll be still valid. If we can even get into this. There we go. Oh, that falls straight off. Now, I'm assuming this is probably still in date. Yep, till December. So if anyone wants to give that a try, it should be fine. Obviously for the first person at least. Again, just let me know in the comments below once it's been redeemed. Awesome. I like this set. It's another one with not a huge book, but it's good. We don't get enough Digi Books in the UK. I've said this before, so it's nice to get them when you see them. Moving on. A couple of weeks ago, this was released by Arrow, and as soon as I saw it was coming out, I had to order this. I saw this back in, I think I know it was 1990 because of where I was working at the time. I saw this in the cinema. That shocked me when I opened this. Are Arrow actually going to be doing Inglourious Bastards? That'll be interesting. Yeah, when I opened this, I was quite excited for a second. I thought this was going to be a 3-discer, but for whatever reason, they've put in a double disc flipper tray, but there's no hub on there, so it's actually only 2 discs. So you've got the theatrical and director's cut, and then the bonus features. But yeah, once again, another great set from Arrow. You've got a nice big book in there and a poster. And oh, another charity shop. I've forgotten about this one. Yeah, I found this in the charity shop for £1. Avengers Assemble. I've started collecting those more slip covers. The different phase slip covers. I think they do phase 1, 2, and some of phase 3. I think I got the Hulk one a while ago. I thought for £1 I'll grab this, and then if I ever come across the slip cover on its own, you know, I've got the movie already. Because to buy them new, they're expensive. Or even buying them in CEX are expensive. Speaking of CEX, these next couple came from CEX. I got the Last Stand, £1.50. It didn't come with the slipcover. I already had this slipcover. I love this film. I think it was a great comeback movie for Arnie. I mentioned in the recent S video in my A to Z about Sabotage that I didn't enjoy that one as much as I did this one, and I really like that film. This I wasn't even going to put in this video because I didn't buy it for me, I got it for a friend, but something weird happened. So again, this was from CX. It was 50p, and that's the only reason why I picked it up. We've got The Hunger Games Catching Fire. But we forgot, before we go into this, I already own it, as you can see. This was my copy, not my first copy, but I bought this copy because I have all the others, slipcover editions. Of course, it's just the standard, with the 2 discs. Before I bought that, this was the very first one that I had. I remember seeing this in HMV years ago as a limited edition. And again, just a 2-disc edition, but I was always aware when I got this that there were some art cards missing. I think it even says on the back of this that there's art cards. So whenever I'm in CX, I have a look out to see if there is another one of these with the art cards. Again, I only paid 50p for this, and more often not when I come across them in CX, the price has gone up. And inevitably never buy them. But this particular day when I got this, I'm pretty sure there wasn't one of these on the shelf. If I had, I would have noticed. But as he pulled, now none of what's inside here was inside here. It wasn't until he pulled them off the shelf, the discs off the shelf at the back, that I noticed what was in the sleeve. It was these art cards. I got another digital copy. I'm pretty sure this will be dead. But again, if you want to give it a try. There was these art cards. And I'm thinking, oh, they look like the art cards that I need. And they are. They're the full set for this set. But not only that, the discs are also for this set. I had no idea that these discs were the wrong discs. I just assumed they were the same discs as this set. So by pure coincidence and years apart, I got this with these discs, and then this with the art cards and the discs for this set. So I've managed to part out somehow both sets, but I'm really chuffed. It was just a happy accident. I can't get all them back in there now. And then finally, and I've already done an unboxing of this, but I'm going to include it in this video anyway because it's a pickup. This came off eBay. The Stanley Kubrick box set HD DVD from Germany. A set I've been after for quite a while now, and I was so chuffed to finally picked it up to add to my HD DVD collection. So of course we've got the 5 movies: 2001, Clockwork Orange, The Shining, Full Metal Jacket, and Eyes Wide Shut. And I just love the artwork on these as well. Brilliant. Yeah, it's a bit of a mishmash there, but that's table's a right mess now. That's everything I've bought pretty much over the last couple of weeks. I'm off to CX this afternoon. I'm going to trade in those 2 Digi Books and those 2 Blu Rays down there. And unless there's something particularly nice in store, which I haven't checked yet, I'm probably going to grab a couple more of those Slasher Classics collection releases that I need to complete that set. I mean, I won't complete the set, but you know, it'll give me a couple more towards that. So there we go. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Ta-ra.